So do you normally look at the camera or do you look at?
There we go. Is this one working? Oh, it says we're live now. Crap. Oh, something in my eye. Anybody hear the audio? Anybody hear the audio? Anybody hear the audio? You turn down. Anybody hear the audio? Yeah. Having some technical difficulties on this end. All right, thanks, Jake. Jake can hear us.
Awesome. Sounds
Sorry,
good.
having some technical problems on this end. For some reason, it was buffering and it wouldn't start. And then just as we started here, I got something in my eye. Go figure. We got to share a microphone here. Glad to see you, Jake, in a live stream finally. I like hearing from you. I like hearing your comments. So I figured it was about time. I brought a special guest in here and introduced you to the person behind the scenes here. It keeps me going.
I don't know about that, but
This is Kelly. This is my wife, Kelly.
hi, everyone.
And she's in here tonight. She's got an announcement here. She's starting her own channel. And we wanted to introduce that tonight. You can tell them about your channel. Tell them what the name is.
All right. My name of the channel is Kelly's Kitchen, and I'm going to be doing some recipes, all different sorts, and they're going to be a healthier version of that recipe, hopefully. So send me any of your ideas that you want for recipes and stay tuned. And I'm hoping to really kick off and get some good things going for everyone. Hopefully they'll be good for trucker friendly too. That's what my goal is. Trucker friendly recipes.
We didn't write that backwards. How come it's not showing up backwards? See that?
Oh, yeah.
That's weird. We should go look in the mirror and write it.
Oops.
So, Kelly's the boss around here. She keeps my butt in line here. Keeps me in gear.
I try to.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
So how many videos do you have already? When did you start?
I have 4 videos now that just posted. The 4th one just posted. And so I'm looking forward to all kinds of more going out there. And it's only been a couple weeks, but I'm really excited about it. And I know it's going to be good, and we're going to do good, and you guys are going to see a lot of great recipes coming out there. So
are you going to do some junk food recipes for us too?
I'm going to try to, but healthier versions of those junk foods, if at all possible. It's not always easy, but we're going to try.
I'll show you what her homepage looks like, so you know you got the right channel when you subscribe. Here's what the Kelly's Kitchen homepage looks like. The avatar is a pile of apples right there. And then it says Kelly's Kitchen at the top. I don't know if I'm allowed to do this on YouTube, but I'm doing it anyway. Well, here, I'll just move the tablet. There's 4 of her videos. So make sure you subscribe to that channel. I obviously like her cooking. You can tell by looking at me. But thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. So, what is it like being married to a truck driver?
Well, it's not always easy. You get used to it, I should say, I guess, or how I'm trying to say it. You get comfortable with doing things a certain way when Adam's gone. I do anyways, get comfortable doing things a certain way when he's gone. And you kind of just roll with it. You got no choice.
And then I come home and mess everything up.
Well, maybe a little bit.
Mess up the routine. She does everything around here pretty much. She takes care of the animals, takes care of the gardens, takes care of my butt. So she's a pretty hard working girl. You got to give her a lot of credit.
I do the best I can, but it is what it is. So,
hey, Mike, how you doing tonight? Good to hear from you. Are you working? Who out there is working tonight? Who's home? Usually do this on a Friday night, but I had company last night, so figure Saturday night was as good as night as any. But we're here tonight. We have a couple of things to talk about, actually. Oh, hey, Laura. Glad to see you in here. Hey, we were just announcing my wife's new channel. It's on the board behind me here, Kelly's Kitchen. She's a pretty good cook, just like yourself.
Yeah, Laura's got some really good recipes. So I've watched several of her videos, and you need to check out her channel. She has some really excellent videos.
She just made some homemade peanut butter cups.
Nice. Made
me want to jump through the screen. Because that's like one of my favorite things in the world. Actually, I like just about everything she shows making, but I'm on a diet, so you know how that goes. Can't have too many carbs and all that. But I'd make an exception for those peanut butter cups. Those look pretty darn good. But
I'll make him, Laura, sometime. I'll have to get him out behind the kitchen and have him make them himself sometime.
Yeah. I don't just watch your channel to be polite. I like the stuff you make. I'll show you again. This is what Kelly's page is it looks like. Kelly's Kitchen. KELLEY''S. So we wanted to wait until she had a few videos up to put the word out there, and everybody visit her channel and subscribe and say hi. You just ate 2 more.
Yeah, she's making me drool now too.
That doesn't leave too many left. I give you my address. You could ship them to me, but they probably melt on the way. Pack them in some dry ice. So, is it up now? Yep, it's up. It shows up in the search by channel. When a channel is new, it doesn't show up all that well in the searches. And until you get 3 videos posted, you can't find it via search. You ever think, Jake wants to know if we ever thought about team driving. Guess who's got their temps right now?
Yep.
And guess who's teaching her how to drive? And guess who's lost all their hair in the process?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good with the upshifting. It's the downshifting that I really have a problem with, Jake, just so you know.
It's no coincidence that the drive shaft is out of my truck right now.
Stop.
And getting 4 new U-joints.
I haven't driven it in the last 2 months. It's not me.
She's actually really good. I'm very surprised. We don't get to practice enough because, I'm on the road, and then weekends at home are kind of a whirlwind. Usually get home Friday night or Saturday morning, and then it's, pretty much get ready to leave out again Sunday. Yeah. So you're cooking and
getting everything
laundry
ready to
and
go, yeah.
Doing, book work and finishing up everything and mowing the lawn and doing yard work and whatever we can. So it doesn't leave a lot of, and then the weather's got to cooperate and all that stuff too. But it'll probably take some time, but we'll get her in the truck. CDL is always a good thing to have. Just in case. She works in the trucking industry too. So in accounting, so she in the lifestyle and all that stuff. So she participates quite a bit, and that really helps. It helps to have somebody that knows about the industry and what the lifestyle's like. And she's ridden with me a couple times. We went to, where did we go? We went to Los Angeles one time, right?
Yep.
And then we went to Vegas.
Yep.
Then
we went up
one
north.
time. Where did we go up north?
We went up through the Northway coming back.
Oh yeah, we went out there, across 40, and then came back across like Wyoming and stuff. So got to see a lot of different things. And I think that time we were out in Los Angeles, you had somebody stalking you through the windshield, didn't you? Some guy creeping on you.
Yeah, at the warehouse.
Yeah, we were getting loaded at a warehouse, and she had some guy creeping on her through the windshield.
He kept staring at me because I was sitting in the driver's seat, I think. I don't know.
I just went and sat back in the bunk and pretended I didn't see anything. And she's driving a manual too, not an automatic. So I don't know when we'll get around to doing road tests and all that. When things slow down a little bit.
It was creepy, Laura. Just so you know, it was very creepy. Like, I actually was getting a little nervous because he kept walking back and forth across the truck, and he kept staring at me the whole time he was going back and forth. It just didn't make sense. I don't know.
He wasn't grabbing himself, so you were probably in no danger.
Don't say that.
But, and then I don't think we had any air conditioning on that. Oh, no, we just couldn't idle, right? It was really hot.
It was really hot.
Came back through Death Valley and in Nevada.
107, I think.
Yeah, we stopped in Baker and went to see, the big thermometer and all that. And I used to go out there all the time. I don't anymore because my truck's not California compliant. But it was neat. Got to see a lot of different things you probably wouldn't have seen otherwise. Can everybody hear both of us okay? Or are we close enough to the mic? We're trying to kind of share in a microphone here.
I can sit in his lap otherwise. That's okay.
So yeah, I'm having some time off right now. You probably noticed I've been doing some videos from home. Had a week off here. Got some work on the truck, and a couple unexpected things with the truck came up, and a couple unexpected things with me. So we just want to jump on here tonight and do this, and hopefully everybody can check out our channel and spread the word. You're gonna do any like cakes and baking and stuff too, or just mostly healthy stuff?
I'm gonna try to do mostly healthy things, but I would like to add that if anyone wants me to do a recipe that is for something a little bit sweet or a little different, I will give it a whirl, but I will try and put my own spin on it as far as making it maybe a little healthier, a little less sugar. Refined sugar is what I try and stay away from, especially. So yeah, I know he hates it, but it's better for him.
She has to do it when I'm not around because I can't fight the temptation.
Yeah.
But I think one time it was
avocado cake. Yeah. That was a total bombshell. Nobody liked that. No, I shouldn't say that. One niece really liked it.
Everybody else liked it except for me. I have a rule that you can't put healthy stuff in your junk food. So you can't even put nuts in brownies or fruit in Jell-O because that's putting healthy stuff in your junk food, and that's un-American. You might as well be a communist if you're going to do stuff like that.
We're going to give it a try.
Hey, Vladimir. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Can you do salads? Oh, absolutely. We eat a lot of salads, believe it or not. I'm a bigger guy, but I love salads. Well, any lettuce salads. And what did you make a couple of weeks ago? Cauliflower potato salad?
Cauliflower potato salad I made.
That was pretty good. You actually can't much tell the difference. Just use cauliflower instead of potatoes.
Yep.
Actually, we use a lot of cauliflower and zucchini now, right?
Yep. Try and use a lot of that.
They're pretty good substitutes for a lot of things. Oh, hey, thanks, Vladimir. Thanks for joining us. Glad to have you. I brought a special guest in tonight, my wife, to announce her new channel. It's on the board behind us here. We have a bet. So I don't know which one of us is going to win, but I told her I got a 650 subscriber head start. So when she started, I was at 650 subscribers, and she started from 0. And I say she's going to pass me and beat to 1,000 before me. So it's probably going to happen because people would much rather look at her than my ugly mug.
I don't think it's going to happen. Actually, I know it's not going to happen, but that's okay.
What kind of salads are you thinking, Laura? Like pasta salads or like lettuce salad type things?
I did a chicken salad for him too just recently. That
Oh,
turned
yeah.
out pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Greens, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Greens are good. The only problem is when he's trucking, I'm trying to make these recipes good for him for trucking. The greens don't last very long in the truck.
They freeze.
They freeze or they get too warm because he's only got a cooler, not an actual refrigerator. So that's the only problem. He takes a few of them, but it's not usually too many. And I have to watch what I put on top of them. Anything that's too wet really doesn't last long, and the salad gets really kind of gross and slimy. So we do the best we can, though.
But if I eat everything the first day, then that works.
Vladimir says the other half always wins, so that would be me. Thank you very much.
I know. There's nothing I can do about it. I needed a head start. What else are we going to talk about? Oh, so we keep pretty busy around our house. I mean, like very busy. Let's see. What do we all do? Let's see. We have the trucking business, right?
Yeah, the trucking, yeah.
And then you have a full-time job.
Full-time job.
Usually like 50 hours a week, right? 45, 50 hours a week.
Yeah, it's pretty close to 50 hours a week.
And then she does some like, we have a couple dogs that are therapy dogs. So she's always doing stuff with them and doing dog training and stuff. Yep. And then she has a side business.
Right.
Crafting and
with
stuff.
One of my friends. Yep. Mm-hmm. Just started that last year.
And then we do a little bit of rental properties. That takes a little bit of time, stuff like that. And then
just keeping up the lawn and outside work. I mean, if it's winter, you're shoveling. If it's summer, you're mowing or weeding. I still have about 18 tomato plants to get in the ground yet.
Yeah, we have big garden area. We have a house on 30 acres in the country, mostly wooded. But what I'm getting at is we hustle pretty good around here. And the farm is more of the family farm. That's used to be. Now, two of my brothers, each one of them have a farm, and I help out when needed, as we can. So I guess what I'm getting at is we hustle pretty good around here, and we kind of had a recent kind of success. I do a lot of videos talking about money and finance and stuff, and we earn it, we hump it, and it doesn't come easy, but it's worth it. And we recently had a big, I've alluded in a couple of videos, I'm working on something big or working on a big project, and we finally got there. And what did we do?
Paid off the house. Woo-hoo!
Yeah, we finally got our house paid off. We moved here, six years ago?
Yep.
We wanted to live in the country, get out, have some animals, have some big gardens and crops and stuff like that. Yeah, go ahead, Vladimir. I'll get shoot the question. I'll get to it in a second. So yeah, we recently had that victory. It wasn't easy. It didn't come easy, but that's part of the reason we both work as hard as we do.
Yep.
And hopefully it'll be worth it in the long run too. Be able to do some more things, and I guess especially in a time like this, it really feels good to be there, to not have that stress hanging over your head. Of course, you still got to pay your government rent at the end of every year, but it lightens the burden a little bit. So, anything you want to say about that?
Nope. It's just I'm very glad that we're moving in the right direction, and yeah, it's nice, especially now if something happens and he can't work for a little bit. It's nice not having to worry about that payment. Yeah, and it hasn't been smooth sailing at all. We've had some setbacks. I've had some health problems, and that's an ongoing thing. So it'd be nice to know that if you can't work for a while, that at least that's not there. So I know, a lot of the financial videos I do don't get a lot of views, and people don't maybe care as much about it, but I think that they should, because it's like the biggest thing in your life. It's what makes everything else possible. Not that you have to be obsessed with it or greedy, but it's what makes everything else possible. Even your kids going to college, retirement's a big thing and all that. So it's good to have multiple interests and keep an open mind about everything. And it's not just for truck drivers either. It's for everybody. I just do that because that's, kind of the field that I'm in.
But Vladimir had a question. Go ahead. Ask your question about mechanics. If it's broke, I can break it more, basically. It's regarding clutch replacement on a small Mercedes transmission. Ooh, Mercedes. Might be able to help you. Otherwise, Mike H in the chat here, he's pretty doggone handy with that stuff too. So give it a whirl. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button already, go ahead and hit that button. Channel's growing kind of nicely. What are we at here? 600 and, well, I lost it. 698, I guess. So I'll thank everybody for that. Like to keep things growing here. I got some, I don't know. For some reason, I always got big ideas, things to do. They take a lot of time. Oh, in addition to all that other stuff, YouTube takes a lot of time. Videos, where we're just at the whiteboard doing stuff and talking, they don't take a lot of time. I just knock it out and edit it and put it up. But like the how-to videos and stuff, man, that takes a lot of time. Changing oil in a truck don't take that long. But when you're trying to make a video on it, that took me all day because I keep knocking the camera over. One time I think I dumped oil all over the camera. So I think part of my videos were blurry. Trying to move the camera all the time, show different things. And, I forget to say things all the time. I did a video yesterday where I forgot 3 different things I wanted to do or show. And once it's edited and posted, I ain't going to take it down and redo it. I'll just put it in the comments or something. But I recently started too putting links to products in my descriptions. I've never been a fan of Amazon. I'm not one to use them all that much, but somebody mentioned that, it's not about me, it's about everybody else. So I want to make sure everybody can find, if you're looking for a product or something or see something I use that you want. I got these Amazon links. I just put them in the description. Go ahead and click on them. I think after a while I might get a commission off it or something. I don't know exactly how it works. I haven't seen. I got like four purchases on it. I haven't gotten anything, which is whatever. Like I said, I do it more for convenience of everybody. But yeah, so check that out, and I'll keep doing that more and trying to get a little more sophisticated. I'm not very tech savvy here. What do you think?
Yeah.
See, can't shut her up, folks. All right. Vladimir says, once clutch gets replaced and I top off the transmission fluid, do I have to replace any filters inside the transmission? Is it an auto shift or is it a manual transmission, Vladimir? Some of the auto shifts have, where's it at? There's a screen in there that you'd probably be even okay. It's a 6-speed. 6-speed. What kind of truck is it in, Vladimir? I assume it's a medium duty or something like that. Freightliner M2. Okay, okay. That's like a medium duty. The Mercedes, I don't know if those have a filter on them or not. The Eaton Fullers don't, but that is an automatic, right? Not a manual. Yes, a small box truck. I had a truck that had a Mercedes engine in it, but it still had an Eaton Fuller transmission. In the auto shifts, there is a air screen in there. That 6-speed manual. Okay, then you probably don't have a filter then. You could potentially still have that little screen there's air that flows through there for your splitter valve. And Mike H, if you know anything about this, chime in. But you shouldn't have a fluid filter if that's what you're asking. At least I've not heard of one, and I don't know if you're in the U.S. Are you in the U.S.? We'll have to wait and see what he says. If there's a filter, a fluid filter, you would be able to see it underneath the truck. Cleveland? Yeah, I don't think U.S.-based ones, I don't think you're going to have that. Some of the European trucks are very different. Yeah, just crawl under there and just look for a spin-on filter. Even check by your transmission cooler. And if you don't see one, then you're not going to have one. But I don't even know how to tell you to get to it. On the top of the transmission, a lot of times there's a little screen in there, the little air screen. And anytime they take your transmission out or rebuild it or whatever, I had mine out recently and I had them rebuild the splitter mechanism. Mine has a little screen in there, but typically it's not a problem. It's like a, million-mile thing or whatever. If you weren't able to see any underneath, you should be fine. Are you sure it's a Mercedes Oh, it is a medium duty. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Laura. Thanks for dropping in. That was really nice to see you.
Thanks, Laura. Keep cooking.
Yeah, Vladimir, I highly doubt you have one. Is Eaton Fuller? I would definitely say no, but I'm not 100% on the Mercedes. What else were we going to talk about? Of course you have a choice, Laura. Well, no, you don't, because I want to see more videos from you. Yeah. So who else we still got? Mike, are you still in here? He's probably working.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. So what else were we going to talk about? I had something in my mind.
I'm not sure. Besides just having to help you or talk about life on the road, when you're on the road and I'm home by myself, and I have to kill all the spiders and snakes and.
That's your problem.
He goes running
really
most
problem.
of the time.
No, I didn't. I went outside the other day and I saw a big bull snake, and I haven't seen one before. And I don't know. I had my stepbrother with me. We were working on putting up a fence, and I saw a big bull snake. One of us ran away screaming like a little girl. I'm not sure if it was me or him. Must have been him. You get any big checks from YouTube yet? Nothing. I'm not monetized. Wish I was. That'd be great. Oh, I got a pop up here. I got to get rid of it. You have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours on YouTube to get monetized. I have 698 subscribers and like almost 6,000 watch hours. It's weird. Most people have the opposite problem. They get the 1,000 subscribers way before they get their hours in. I've had the hours in for quite a long time. I look at my analytics. They're actually really good. My watch time is good. They give you all kinds of information, impressions, audience interaction, stuff like that. I just don't have the subscribers. I know it's because of my charming personality. I know I'm boring. I can't help it. I can't be fake. I can't. Hi, everybody. Wave your shit around. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. There's too many people that are just fake, and you can tell when you're watching them. I'm sure you know who they are, and I'm not gonna act like that. If I don't get there, I don't get there. But I'm not gonna make a fool of myself trying. I don't know. I try different, and two, I don't, in most of my videos, I don't, I intend to, but I forget to mention, please subscribe or like or whatever. I forget to do that all the time. And it's not that people are begging, but if you don't put it in people's mind, oh yeah, I should subscribe or I should hit the like button or whatever, people tend to forget. They're more busy seeing what they want to see. I'm not very good at that. And like my graphics and all that stuff, they're not very good. This stuff takes a lot of time. Jeepers, holy cow. These guys that do these big editing jobs and they're dropping all kinds of graphics and screens in their videos. People don't know it, but it can take 12 to 14 hours to edit a video like that, much less make it. So, hey, Mike, man, you're missing out on a lot of fun. Glad you made it, though. Anyway, yeah, people put a lot of time and effort into videos. I wish I had more time. I'm trying to upgrade equipment a little bit at a time, too. We need to get an inside camera, a camera for inside videos. I use my GoPro. I went and bought a new cell phone with a fancy camera in it, and it sucks for making videos. I just upgraded to, you probably seen this lapel mic. I don't have it here now, but that made a world of difference in my audio. I should have done that a long time ago, but I don't know. And nobody on YouTube will tell you because they're always afraid, you're going to get one up on them or something. So I just got to keep trying. And man, it takes a lot of money. I got probably just $2,000 into video equipment by the time the editing software, the microphone, the GoPro accessories, tripods, lights.
Sorry, I had to laugh.
Miss makes your vids look better. I know I should bring her in here all the time. I should just go. You guys probably just want to talk to her. I understand. But no, Jake, and everybody, I really do appreciate your support. I'm not just saying that. When I started this, I never thought anybody would give a damn or care. And I'm no master mechanic or anything. I don't know. And you probably notice I'm all that doesn't help either with subscribers because I'm touch on too many different topics and I'm all over the place and the algorithm doesn't know what in the hell to do with my videos sometimes, I think. If I just focused on trucking and this and that, it would probably be fine. I'm just interested in too many things. I don't know. And most of them are some of them are off the wall, but I don't even talk about them all because nobody wants to hear that. Mike, use your phone and edit on it too. What? Okay.
So what kind of phone do you have then?
What software and what? I never see a microphone in your video either. Some of those videos I did with poor audio, man, I tried everything. I bought different microphones. There was just nothing I could do to fix it. So I bought that lapel mic system. That seemed to make a world of difference. I'm tempted to redo some of them videos, but it takes a lot of time too. I subscribed because I own a Sentry. Oh, perfect. Yeah, Sentry and a Columbia are darn near identical. And I used to get more subscribers on Facebook. I quit Facebook and it really slowed down for me. I was in some of the different book groups for Freightliners and Columbias and Sentries and stuff, but I just there was so much nonsense and negativity on Facebook. I took a ass reaming from so many people that it wasn't worth it. I'd rather not.
Oh, he has a lapel mic.
Oh, okay. Oh, you got the Rode lapel mic. Okay. Well, he's got it probably plugs into the Go like we got, but it probably comes up through. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. So you still have to edit audio though. See, I don't know how to edit the audio. What software do you use, Mike? Anyway, I just got off the Facebook thing. I never really intended to do it in the first place. I did it for this to kind of advertise it, and I guess it got me started. But there's so much fighting on there. Everybody, you say anything, everybody just wants to fight with you. So I don't have time for that. Which oil do I use for the rear differential? Okay, well, that's a whole topic.
Before he starts that, I want to ask a question while he's filling in that. I want to know how many of you are married or have a significant other and what they think about your trucking and how they handle it. So, okay, Adam can take over.
You can tell her, too, if you want to see more videos with her or more live streams or some of my videos with her in them, because she's pretty smart, too. Well, she's smarter than me.
He's only saying that because I'm sitting here.
If I sit close enough to her, she can't backhand me. She can't wind up far enough. Married and it's tough. Yeah, it is tough.
It is tough.
Especially if you have kids too, and young kids. We have one. She's grown and gone. So out on her own, handling her business, taking care of herself pretty good. So the gear oil and the rear differential, most of your trucks call for 75-90 weight. So because you have a medium duty truck, first definitely check which is the proper weight for your truck. If you got a single drive axle, maybe instead of 75-90, it's 80-140. I don't know. So check your manual or the dealer to see what the proper viscosity is for your truck. And then KindMaster editing in App Store. Okay, thank you. And then after that, you find the proper weight. For my money, the best oil out there is AMSOIL. Yes, it is a little more expensive, but you can get a wholesale account. If you're a business, just call them. You can buy it at their wholesale pricing. Any order over $100, I think, is free shipping, something like that. I can't remember. And you can also buy it tax exempt. So make sure you fill out your tax exempt forms. You guys should be doing that for everything anyway. Anything you can buy tax exempt, any work you can get done tax exempt, please be doing that.
Depends on what state you're in too.
Yeah, it depends on the state. So I got a video on that. Go back and watch that, because you can, by the end of the year, that ends up to hundreds of dollars. It really does.
Yeah. And if you order from a different state, it could make a difference. So you can do their exemption certificate. So make sure to check into that.
Absolutely. Now, there's a lot of people that are anti-AMSOIL. I've used it enough to know that it is very good stuff. There was a fleet I used to work for that used exclusively AMSOIL. They had like 400 trucks. And they very rarely had a failure of a moving part. They had plenty of emissions problems. But rarely had a diff or a trans or a cylinder, anything like that, bearing, anything. And plus, you will notice a difference. If you check your temperatures, especially, get yourself a infrared temperature gun. Any day you're going down the road, just walk around and shoot your hubs, shoot your front hubs on your steer tires. Take an average temperature different days. Switch your hubs over to AMSOIL. You should notice a difference. Plus, even in the engine, you'll notice a difference. So it's a good, top quality lubricant. And that's one of the things when I say I want to grow this channel, because I want to do some more things. I got big ideas. I intend to buy every fluid I can get my hands on, buy the equipment to do the testing. I've already have it planned out in my head how I'm going to test different greases, but I don't have the means to do it because this stuff is expensive and very time consuming. I'm going to buy every grease I can get my hands on and murder the hell out of it and see which ones hold up. That'll probably be one of the first things I do. Because if you're gonna do this and you're spending the money, you might as well have the best products. And the best products are not always the most expensive. But marketing is so potent that all they need is good marketing and they can sell you crap in a bottle. But how do we know the difference? They can put anything on the label. Oh, this will make your engine run to 1,000,000 miles with no problems. But you don't know for sure. We need to know numbers, temperatures and stuff like that. So I really want to do a lot of stuff like that. Would you go over Mobile One? Currently, I'm using Mobile. There's nothing wrong with Mobile One. I don't, however, like, Mobile One. Mobile Delvac, I don't mind the conventional. I have had because I run bypass oil filtration, do oil sampling, I have had Mobile One fail me. It loses its TBN, its total base number. Sorry if you love Mobile One synthetic, but that's the results I had with it. It'll lose its TBN way sooner than Rotella or Dello. It's just the results I've gotten. Maybe you'll get a different result with your truck, but I run a 12.7 Detroit pre-EGR. Mobile Delvac 12.7 stop from blow by. I still have some depending on weather, but mostly gone, so I use nothing. But yeah, I mean, you got to try it in your truck too. Different people get different results. Different engines like different things. Like, say for Mike's example there, that truck may have been broken in on a certain oil. Excuse me. When you break in an engine on a certain oil or a certain viscosity, it builds like bearing clearances. Okay. So if you run an engine specifically on 1540 and break it in on that, your operating bearing clearances will be different than if you started off on 540 synthetic and run it on that. You can change, it's not a problem, but it can make a difference even in oil consumption. So, all right, maybe we'll see you back in a little bit, Mike. So Vladimir, yeah, I don't know if you're using the synthetic or the conventional, but I'd really like to get the equipment stuff and put all these things through the torture test. I promise to do a better job than I did with the anti-gel stuff. Man, I was new at this. What are you going to do? And that's one thing too, that everybody's an amateur scientist and wants to tear you down for certain things. But hey, the real world is what the real world is. Take some diesel fuel, throw it in a damn freezer. It's what happens outside. It's going to freeze. You don't need to argue about this particulate and that. Hey, real world is different than in a laboratory. So you do the best you can. And again, afford a $20,000 blast freezer and chemical analyzer. That's just ridiculous. So yeah, there's all that. That's just a few of the things I want to do. Do they ship oil directly to you? Oh yeah, absolutely. They'll ship you anything. I'm assuming you're talking about AMSOIL. They'll ship you anything. I use it for every fluid in the truck except my engine. And the only reason I don't use it in that is because I leak some oil. And I'm not about to put expensive oil in there and have to add oil because I leak. My front cover is leaking. For the longest time, I thought it was my oil pan leaking around the front. I resealed that doggone oil pan maybe 6 times, and turns out it's not the oil pan, it's the front cover where it mates to the block on the bottom. And that is a big job, an expensive job to pull that front cover off, because while you're in there, you might as well rebuild the bull gear. Probably be a $6,000 job. So it's just going to have to leak for a little while. So I'm not going to put that expensive oil in there. But I run it in my rear differentials, transmission, front hubs, antifreeze, power steering. And I actually really noticed a difference in the power steering. I got to service my power steering here pretty soon. I'll do a video on that. But that's done. And I like to service my front hubs once a year too, just because it's good maintenance and nobody ever does it. There's not a lot of oil in those front hubs. And think about all the work it does and all the heat. There's about 1.5 cups, 2 cups of oil in those front hubs, and they support all that weight. And that's a lot of heat for that small quantity of oil it take. Plus, there's seal conditioners in oil too. That oil is probably good technically for, I think they say 500,000 miles, but it costs $5 to do the job. So do it. It's good maintenance. Plus, then you'll see if there's any wear metals in there or contaminants. So I do it every year, once a year. Same with power steering. That's two of the most overlooked things on trucks. If you bought a used fleet truck, chances are neither one of those things have probably ever been done. And probably the two most important would do the power steering, because there's a filter in there. If you have a truck that hasn't had the power steering serviced, and you got, I don't know, 200,000-300,000 miles on it, 400,000 miles on it, you bought it as a used fleet truck, you'd probably be amazed at how smooth your steering is after you replace that fluid and filter. So we'll be doing that soon, hopefully. I was trying to do it last weekend, but ran into some drive shaft problems. I'll get into that later. Well, you probably saw in the video today, had a bad U-joint. Well, that turned out to be a lot more. So we're getting a whole drive shaft rebuilt. A couple pinion seals and a bearing for the front drive. Married with 2 kids.
Yep.
Wow.
Are the kids young, Jake? That makes a big difference too. If they're a little older, it helps because they're able to do stuff around the house as well. But if they're younger, I feel sorry for your wife. It's hard. I know it's hard. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
But I also want to say hi to Rooster out there too, because I appreciate him being out there and watching all the videos.
Where's he at?
Yep. He's up there a little bit.
Oh.
So he was trucker for many, many, many years, has kids, has a wife, and he's still married, and now he's retired and able to enjoy it. So I'm glad for him.
He's so rich. Oh my God. If I had his money, I'd throw mine away. Actually, I'd keep mine too, then I'd have twice as much. But if you joined us late, the reason we're here tonight is to talk about Kelly's new channel, Kelly's Kitchen. All these healthy recipes, and we'll throw some bad ones in there too.
Some not bad. I don't want to call them bad recipes.
Well, sometimes I want to eat something bad.
No.
And I don't mean like rotted.
I know.
And full of, food poisoning and E. coli, like you eat in the truck stop all the time. I heard not today, maybe 2 days ago, that a lot of the TAs have said they're never opening their restaurants again. Any of the restaurants that were not profitable when this all started, they will not be reopening. Like I know Porter, Indiana, few other ones, which doesn't surprise me. The way once they put the e-logs in, them restaurants really took a beating. Nobody can stop to eat anymore. So I guess most of the locations said they will never reopen their restaurants, and they may not even convert them to fast food. So a lot of the restaurants with the fast food joints, they make a ton of money from the fast food joints. But yeah. All right, Vladimir, have a good night. Got to take off. We'll probably check out here pretty quick too.
Yep.
It's getting to be almost an hour.
Yep.
So
good luck, Vladimir.
Yeah, good luck. So yeah, it's going to be harder and harder to find stuff to eat on the road. It has been during this whole thing, especially because most of the fast food I can't eat right now, and eating out of them coolers is just awful. And why in the hell the TA, all their food in the coolers, they don't put prices on them? You grab a stupid sandwich and walk up to the counter and find out it's $7. That's just ridiculous. I hate that, and I almost refuse to buy their stuff because of that. There's only so much of that stuff in that store that's edible in the first place. So I try to carry most of my food with me, but that gets old too.
Yep.
You're gonna have to travel with me and stay in the bunk cooking.
Cook on the road, yeah. People do that, except for he doesn't have a microwave, so that doesn't help any. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he can eat cold stuff all day long.
Because microwaves rattle, and all you guys out there know, anything in the truck that sits there rattling all freaking day. And Jake, you probably know, especially driving a Century, that every damn thing's gonna rattle and make you lose your damn mind real quick. Oh, there you go. Mike's back. You got in a better area. Idaho. What are you doing out in Idaho? There is no freight out there, especially with a dry van. You're going to have to come back empty.
Or really cheap.
Or really cheap. Might as well drop your trailer and bobtail home. You'll get better fuel mileage. Hopefully you catch a tailwind. RTTV vlog has a truck exactly like mine. That's how we got to know each other. Yes, I threw my
Better
microwave
go
out.
out. So you're eating cold too, Jake. I feel for you, man.
Yeah.
I really do.
Those, Jake, if I know your truck probably rattles a lot like mine does, there's a tip you could do. If you take he eats everything cold too. See, I do too.
Cold.
I don't care what it is. Cold soup out of a can. You take a Torx head screwdriver or wrench and you go around like your visor and your cabinets behind you. You'll see those little star head bits all over the place. Just start tightening them suckers up. I went through and tightened my whole headliner one time, and boy, did that help.
Doesn't last forever, but
yeah. Oh, Mike got good money to go to Washington and back.
Good for you, Mike. Congratulations. I'm glad it's picking up finally.
He must be hauling that legalized marijuana. I hope you're not going to Seattle. That's taken over by the radicals out there, I guess. Do you have a fan switch in your truck? No, I don't. My truck runs so cool. My fan hardly ever comes on. Even when I go out west, you're headed out there. Those trucks are too underpowered for running out there, to be perfectly honest with you. They're going to get hot. I'm about to try a new product for coolant. Oh, he doesn't have cabinet. I don't have doors on my cabinets either. That does help. But when it rattles, I'll take an old sock and I'll start stuffing socks places to take up the slack.
That's why we're missing them all in the laundry.
I got a lot of mismatched pairs of socks in my drawer. You could wire in a switch for your fan. I have to think about it, how to do it. Couldn't do it electrical. Well, you can make it an air-powered switch. You could do that. Did you have somebody wire in a switch for you? I imagine you probably did. Anyways, I'm about to test a new product that you put in your coolant. Maybe in the next week or two. I just got it shipped to me yesterday. It's used in racing. It's a surfactant. It's called a street festival in Seattle. They ran the cops out of town, so I don't know if it's quite a street festival. I guess they took over the police stations. Waiting for you to make a video on how to wire up a switch.
I think that's what he's saying.
Oh. Well, I gotta give it some thought because it's controlled by your ECM and air. You could probably tap into the airline, actually pressurize it. Let me give that some thought, and I'll get back to you on that one. Make sure you're cleaning out your radiator, charge air cooler at least once a year up there in the front. Don't put pressure on it with a pressure washer. But I'll do a video on that quick too. Spray some degreaser on there. Helps get the bugs out. It's important to keep those radiators clean. You can't suck air through it. Can't do its job. Same with the reefer. You got to keep that condenser up there clean. I was thinking a fuse jumper maybe. Yeah, you could do that too. But you got to supply air to it. Well, you got one like mine. I don't know if you're default on or default off. I think our motors might be a little bit different. Fan clutch has a default position. They all do. So that if something goes bad, the fan clutch goes to its default position. And Mike, ours is on. Ours is default on, so that if you lose air pressure, that's why when you start up the truck, if you don't have any air pressure, that's why your engine fan runs. It's in its default position until you build up air. And the compressor kicks out, the fan will stop. So if you have an emergency situation where one of your parameters doesn't work, the fan will default on so that you don't overheat the motor. Some of the older ones are default off. Yep, you pulled the fuse and it's on. Yep, that's because you cut a parameter to it. On all the time, man, that's going to take a lot of fuel. There's also fan blades that will flow more air too. There's a few different ways you could do that. Let me think about it, and we'll get back to you on that. Yeah, keep the bug screen clean on the front. Stuff can build up in there pretty good, and it makes a big difference, especially on a reefer. You get a lot of bugs and stuff built up in there. We went and cleaned out my reefer a couple times, cleaned the condenser on it. So, yep, you want to switch? Okay. Let me do some thinking on that. Best way to do it. How's everything else going with that truck, Mike? I know our trucks are just about the same. Don't know if you've had all the same problems that I've had and all the. Probably not. My truck's had a lot of problems. Got a lot of money into it, but I like it. Got it just about the way I want it. So I hate to give up on it. Plus, it's very economical. Almost 800K now. Okay, I'm at like 907, I think. That's cool. I had to rebuild mine 1 week after buying it. Do an overhaul. So that's always fun. It's a great way to start off, huh? With a new truck. Fresh overhaul. Well, yeah, Mike, we had some other news here earlier in the video. Wish for bigger fuel tanks. 100 gallons not enough. Yeah, I've often thought about putting another fuel tank on mine, but at a certain point, how much do you need? You can put one on the passenger. Well, I don't know if you got an APU. I got my APU on the driver's side because I had room on the frame rail there. So I sleep with it right below my head. I could put a fuel tank opposite of that, 50 gallons, 80 gallons or something. No APU. Yeah, you can probably afford the weight then. They make ones that go on the back of your cab too. There's a few different ways you can mount one. You're going to want to probably go the junkyard route because fuel tanks are dang expensive. So are the straps and mounts for them. No, I did win a $1 yesterday on.
He won the lottery a long time ago. He married me.
That's right.
But not the real lottery, no.
Yeah. We're just talking about we're talking about Kelly's new channel. And we're talking about all the different things we do and keep busy and stuff, and we hustle quite a bit, but side business too, and we got the rental properties and stuff, and we were able to pay our house off last week. Or was it 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, yeah.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
So that felt really nice. We talked about that a little bit.
Yep.
So,
and trying to get him to eat a little bit more healthy on the road, or trying to help him eat a little bit more healthy on the road. He does a pretty good job. Especially with everything going on, I'm trying to help him have stuff available in this truck all the time in case he can't find food.
She's taking care of her investment, her sugar daddy.
That's right. Somebody's got to.
She doesn't know it, but she's going to be my sugar mama. If she's a couple of years older than me, she can retire first.
Yep, that's right.
But then I suppose I got to carry the health insurance.
That's right.
What did I get myself into? All right, so should we wrap it up here?
I think so.
We're about an hour.
Yep.
So I want to thank everybody for joining us. Really, once again, thanks for your support. And it's good to see all the familiar names and even some new ones. And it's weird kind of get to know people through this, and you almost consider yourself, kind of to be friends. And there's a couple people that have joined me in every live stream so far, that Marty and Open Road, Mike here. Mike says, I tried eating healthy, but with the end of the world and all, Yeah, but you got to be in tip top shape for the end of the world. We're all going to get that perfect body eventually anyway, right? Be healed of all our ailments.
That's right.
So see you on the back hall, hopefully. Okay, yeah. Well, take care, everybody.
And if you guys have any ideas or want anything for videos, for recipes, keep your wives happy the best you can. I know it's hard, guys. Yep. I know it's hard for your wives. The best that you can. That's all you can do. Communicate. Yep. And make sure you check out Kelly's channel, KELLEY_S Kitchen. Subscribe. Oh, glad to see you in here.
Enjoyed the show. Didn't know you were in here. Good to thanks for checking in and saying hi. Like to hear from you. I enjoy hearing all your comments too. So everybody take care, and we'll see you next time.
See you, Rooster.